Yo, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. I was in therapy the other day, and my therapist said something to me that clicked in my brain so deeply. And I've been thinking about it ever since because it's perfectly perfect for my intentions with creating this channel and this space. I've said many times before, my brain operates on two tracks. There are really only two things I think about. Oh man, the oven's going off. Hold on, I'm back. I'm making a little pumpkin ricotta pasta bake. Also, look how freaking cute this is. Like, what? Anyway, as I was saying, my brain kind of lives on two tracks. I really only think about two things, and those things are performing arts and mental health and like personal development and all that fun stuff. And so I'm a big supporter of therapy, and my therapist and I were talking about like negatively labeled emotions, particularly the emotion of anger. And I was expressing how uncomfortable I am with that emotion. You know, I cannot handle other people being angry. And I feel guilty about having anger and experiencing that, even though, you know, it's a human emotion that we have for a reason. You know, she said that, you know, all of the basic emotions, you know, anger and happiness and sadness and anxiety serve a function. And so to that I was like, oh, what function does anger serve though? In my life, I've not really ever experienced anger doing any good, or, you know, at least not the way that I was interpreting it. But she said to me, and this clicked so hard from a lot of the work I've done over the years as an actor, but she said that, you know, anger and emotions in general are a response to whether we're getting our needs met, you know? So anger can be helpful when you have a certain need that needs to be met and it's not happening. So like, for example, like, I was getting a little angry, or, you know, feeling emotions, because a few weeks ago my car was like in the shop and I was having a hard time getting information about what was going on or when I was gonna get it back. And of course I'm always like kind to the people I'm interacting with, but you know, on the inside it was like, okay, I need my car, you know. So that's an example of like, it's okay to allow myself to feel that annoyance and that frustration, because I need my car. I have a need that's not being met, right? And again, I want to emphasize, like, to never take that out on other people, but being able to understand, like, okay, so the emotion is coming from a goal that I have. And that is very much like acting when we talk about objectives and obstacles and not playing an emotion, right? Because it's like, we don't walk through life like intending to have a certain emotion. We have emotions in response to stimuli, in response to whether or not we're getting what we need in any given moment. And throughout my journey going through acting classes, and I've often thought, like, you know, I don't know about this whole objective and obstacle thing, because like in real life people don't really think like, this is my objective going into this discussion with this person. But I guess there is an objective underlying. It's like, yeah, you don't consciously think about it. And I guess that's akin to like you do your table work as an actor and then you just let it all go. But I don't know, it just, something clicked so hard in that moment where I was like, it's the same thing in acting and in real life. You know, we want something, we try to get it, and emotions come up based on the challenges that we navigate. Now that I say it out loud, like I feel like, yeah, duh, doesn't that sound so like simple and obvious? But I've never connected those topics in that way. You know, objective and obstacle work and emotion work in acting is really just mimicking what happens in life. You have an objective, you have an obstacle, and depending on whether your objective is achieved, different emotions spring up. I've never thought about that in just the context of life before. You know, it's always been in the context of like a scene. Maybe I'll meditate deeper on this and talk about it more in depth sometime, but I just had to get this out because it was like a mind-boggling moment for me. I was like, wait a second, that's acting. Whoa! Okay, I gotta go. I'm all over the place today, can you tell? Anyway, I just had to get on here for a quick second and say hello to you though. So anyway, keep taking care. I am sending you pumpkin patches of love everywhere you look. There's a big field around you and all these little pumpkins are representing my love for you.